Yeah, let me try to let's get this hair together, right? In Dominican Republic, and it's been humid this entire trip, which is what you expect in the Caribbean, and you know, and timing my hair as best as I can. You all give me a sound check. I didn't do a mic check to see if my AirPods was connected. So if you all are coming in, or it's Monday and a lot of people may be at work right now, but if you are on this live stream, give me a sound check. I forgot to check and see if my AirPods was connected. Let me give you all a view. I see some people coming in. While we have people coming in, stand up and give you all a view of my balcony right now, where I'm at in the DR. That's the jacuzzi in the background. I'm repping New Orleans today in the DR. If you're from uh, New Orleans, NOLA, right? That's what's up. I'm not from New Orleans, but I have a lot of family from Louisiana. So just a beautiful view in the background, the backdrop. If you all can see that. And again, let me know how the sound is, because I'm not sure if my Bluetooth is connected. I forgot to do a sound check. Uh, let's see if my Bluetooth is connected. But I want to, um, as I'm here and I've been on the beach and I'm by the waters and I'm by the currency. I believe the currency, thank you for that heart on Facebook, brings you closer to the voice of God. Being by waters, being by currency, right, brings you closer to the voice of God, closer to the frequency of God. And so this is why I titled this live stream 1111. It's time to advance in 1111. And I'm here in the Dominican Republic in Punta Cana, and I'm speaking to, thank you, Kenneth. Thank you also for being a Patreon member here on the YouTube channel. Thank you for supporting and being a member. Thank you so much, Kenneth Parker. And so I'm speaking to a very wealthy man from India, very wealthy. And I use the word wealthy versus rich. We had this conversation, right? He talked to my 23-year-old daughter about the difference between being wealthy and being rich. And uh, the way my daughter defined this or broke it down is wealthy is when your health is together, when your mindset, your mental is together, when your financial is together and your spiritual is together. That's wealth, right? That's wealth. Being rich is considered, according to her, and I agree, it's just having a lot of money, right? Uh, when you're having a lot of money. So this man from India who works with livestock and feeding livestock and animals, and is a over a deca millionaire, right? Um, Flew his friends in on a private jet. The company gave him a private jet, gave him the black card, say, hey, go have a great time. You've made the company money. How many of you all would love to work for a business like that, right? That just say, hey, you've done so well for this company and organization. That here's the private jet, no TSA, no bad check, no security check, right? Here's the black card. Go to Punta Cana, go to Dominican Republic, and have a great time. Have a great time, right? That's awesome. And guess what? This is why I'm here, because I decided that I want a partnership with the company that provided cryptocurrencies in a different way than Bitcoin and Ethereum. Of course, I have Bitcoin, I have Ether, but I wanted cryptocurrencies that were supported and backed by God's wealth, God's money, right? God's economic system. I hear a lot of religious cliches that say things like, God is never in a depression. However, if you really want to elaborate on that, God's people have been in depressions, right? This is where Joseph came in and sowed wheat during times of poverty, or it's called famine in the Bible. I saw this quote on Facebook, or I saw this statement from the Bible on Facebook, for example, that said, um, I've never seen the righteous forsaken or his seed begging for bread, right? I never seen the righteous forsaken or his seed begging for bread. However, this was a scripture by King David, who lived in the palace. It probably looks something like, where I'm at now, right? Isn't the sky beautiful? This was a quote, right, by King David, who lived in the palace. So David was never around poverty. So he rightfully made that statement. I've never seen the righteous forsaken. He haven't. He never seen the righteous forsaken or the seed begging for bread. He was not around poverty. But if you ask Joseph, who sold wheat to the ancient Egyptians, to the slaves during a famine, have he ever seen people that love God begging for bread or suffer poverty? The answer to that would be yes. If you ask 2 Kings chapter 4, the widow woman who told um, the prophet Elisha, or some say Elijah, but Elisha, that my husband faithfully served the Lord. He served the Lord, and he has now passed on. He's died. He's transitioned. But our family is in debt. Me and my two sons, and the slavers, which means the job CEOs. They're coming to take my sons, and my sons will have to work for them in the system. And Elisha or Elijah gave her a systematic way. He said, no, do not have your sons to work for them. Have your sons to work for you. Let me show you the action steps on how to start a home-based business. Very practical, but that scripture is taught in a very religious tonality way, right? When you really look at 2 Kings chapter 4, Elijah gave her the formula to leverage and use her credit to have her sons to work for her versus a job, right? Rich and wealthy people teach their children how to work for them and pass on a generation of wealth, where middle class and the poor working class teach their children to get a job and work for a paycheck and not to build trust and work for the family um, wealth, like the Rothschilds and Rockefellers and the Henry Fords and Madam C.J. Walker. I was thinking about her. I watched her movie before coming here, and she kept telling her one and only daughter that, I need to pass on this legacy. I want you to start a family, so I can pass on my legacy. I have to have someone, an heir, to pass my legacy on. So rich and wealthy people are thinking about legacy building, not not just living paycheck to paycheck. They think long terms. They think years and years ahead. And so I joined this business that have cryptocurrencies that are collaborated and connected to God's wealth. All the formulas for wealth mentioned in the Bible, such as gold, such as aluminum, right? Things that man cannot make, such as agriculture, right? Farming. This is what the Indian, right? He said he did not go the traditional route that many Indians do of being a doctor or engineer. He's into agriculture. There's cryptocurrency that backs high yielding agriculture, such as soybeans, cocoa beans, rice, weed, hemp. In fact, the cryptocurrency grow because a lot of people are addicted to prescription medicine, or maybe prescription medicine is not healing them, is only treating the symptoms and not healing the symptoms. That's a big difference. And so they get on prescription medicine. It causes another side effect. Now you got to get another prescription to cure that side effect that the first prescription caused. Instead of using things that God created, cocoa beans, soybean, rice, um, God gave us herbs. It tells us in Genesis for the healing of the land, for our healing. In fact, Adam and Eve were vegetarians. They had a vegetarian diet. That's what God commanded them to have. And so with that being said, or a vegan or vegetarian diet. My daughter and I was talking about the difference between vegan and vegetarian a couple of days ago. And so, real world commodities connected to cryptos, real world commodities. So, this 1111 elevation training is for people that always come on my live stream saying, I see numbers 1111 all the time, or I'm born on November the 11th, or I'm born January the 1st, or I'm born January the 11th, or 1111 on my angel numbers. Well, this is for you. This is a message for you, or people that just want to be the better version of themselves. This message is for you because I'm in Punta Cana right now, but let me show you a picture. And I haven't really talked about this. Well, I ain't gonna say really. I've never talked about this publicly ever. Um, I never talked about this publicly. I don't know if I have a picture because I have two phones. Let me see, can I find a picture? But I have myself, and again, I'm not a person that's against prescription medicine. I believe you need to have doctors to help you diagnose what's going on in your body. I don't think, I think that your health plan should be very well customized. That's number one. I don't think everything is for everybody, right? Somebody may can take colloidal silver or something else for a toothache pain or to build their immunity. Um, what else they say? Like for toothache, chew on a cinnamon stick or something. For somebody that may not help. For some people that may not help. But you know, for me, when I have a tooth pain, I went right to the doctor and got 800 milligram ibuprofen because the pain was detrimental. It was severe pain, and I got antibiotics. So I do believe in prescription as a short-term solution, but not a long-term solution. At some point, you should live a healthy lifestyle. And so, speaking of short-term solution, again, I haven't shared this publicly. This is a picture. This was just me Thursday getting medical treatment. So I'm not against prescription, but I know this is my short-term solution. It's not my long-term solution, and I probably won't tell you the diagnosis until I get back home in the States, till I feel like it, because I'm just in an environment now. I just don't feel like talking about that diagnosis, but I will tell you that I am doing well. I'm the healthiest I've been in a long time. I had long symptoms of extreme fatigue for years, didn't know what the source of that was coming from. Extremely fatigued, um, extremely tired all the time, and I just had lymph nodes that would swell up, right? And so I tell this story this week when I'm in front of my laptop in my home, and just doing better things. In fact, when I return home this week, I'm going on a extreme exercise, right? Because I have my energy that's recuperated back. Exercise and eating regimen. Right now, I'm eating, right? It's all inclusive. I'm eating, still drinking my water and everything, but I'm not like on any type of strict eating regimen. I'll start that this week. But I said this to say this because it's time for me to go. I'm actually about to get on a yacht. So stay close to the live stream. Live stream you our short video with that. We have a yacht outing. Again, getting your mindset right. Like really knowing that you don't have to always work for money, right? That your money should be working for you. Your money is a tool, your cash that you earn, whether you have a job, whether you're 1099, and it's supposed to work for you, just like tools work for farmers to harvest crops. Your money is supposed to go work for you and bring you back more money. They are your soldiers. You should employ your money to work for you. And oftentimes, most people can make money, right? Because they know things about having a job. It's changing a whole lot of their time for a little bit of money. Most people can make the money, but it takes knowledge to grow the money, and then it takes wisdom to keep the money after you grow it. Because I don't really talk about this a lot publicly, but um, I became a millionaire for the first time, the first person to do it in my family through cryptocurrency. That's when Bitcoin was at 69,000. Bitcoin hit its all-time high. The market was high. And I had a decision then. I had a decision. I could have cashed out my crypto, could have quit my job, right? Could have quit my job and could have been a full-time entrepreneur. But it was something in the back of my mind that told me this was not the time to do that, right? It takes a lot of discipline to go to a job as a teacher that's low income, where you are overworking, underpaid, and knowing that you are a millionaire and continue to work that job and to work it with humbleness. It takes a whole lot of discipline mentally to do that and to do it humbly. I have millionaires ask me today and multimillionaires like, why do you still have that job? Well, one reason was it was always in the back of my mind that I could get diagnosed with a serious diagnosis health wise, and that could hit me hard financially. So I wanted to take my time to make sure that I had my insurance in place. So when you teach, you get a annual contract saying that you will return to the job for next year to secure your job, right? For job security somewhat. And at that time, I didn't have enough knowledge about insurance and what would be best for me, being that I'm no longer on a job. And so I said, okay, I returned for this year, and then January this year, I got hit with a very life changing and detrimental diagnosis, and the insurance in my job kicked in, and I'm at financial peace because of that. So, whatever decisions you make in life, but just think how many people would have hit a million in crypto and would have quit their jobs, like hitting the lottery, went out and balled out, upgraded their house, upgraded their bills without upgrading their personal mindset and personal development, and not seeking to be around people that have more money than them, because you have to find your circle when you hit that status. You're used to having the same friends and doing the same thing and hanging out with the same people. And so you have to change your circle. So I want to take time to do things like I'm doing now, hanging around multimillionaires and billionaires and people that's um, doing it on a bigger level than I am, to give me wisdom and knowledge of how to keep my millionaire status. And that's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. And I still love teaching kids. Teaching children is my calling, but teaching adults and personal development and financial development and spiritual development is my purpose. So I still love teaching children. Now, some of you all may think, well, I wouldn't, Queen. Well, that's you, right? And so 11/11 elevation training starts Wednesday. I'm going to be providing you all more information again when I return to the States. Um, it's going to be $1,100. Right, that's why the 11/11. Some people say, I see angel numbers 11/11, but you have to take those numbers out of your mind and now transfer it to your bank account. And that's what it's going to show you how to do. This is living a legacy. This is by Proctor's training. If you ever read the book Think and Grow Rich, right? Because it's a mental, it's going to be based off of the Think and Grow Rich elevation training, because it takes a mindset to keep your money and grow your money. Not just to make money, not just to put it in what you call an investment, and that money grows, and now you go out and splurge, or you spend it the wrong way, or the market crash, and you went from being 6 7 figures or 8 figures overnight. Well, it's not really overnight, right? But it can happen it can hit just like overnight. You can wake up a millionaire. I put that in the live stream, whether you're watching this live or on the replay. You can wake up a millionaire. Like, you can have money in crypto for 10 months or a year or 2 years, and you can wake up and check your portfolio. That's how it happened for me, but it was long term. It happened overnight, but it was a long term overnight, right? It was a year, but it's still quicker than what it takes 7 to 8 years to become a multimillionaire. I'd rather become rich fast than become rich slow. I'd rather become rich fast than become rich slow. Who said that you had to do a get rich slow plan through S&P 500, through the stock market, right? Through IRAs. Who said you had to do it that way? You can get rich fast and it can be legit. Yeah, you can wake up a millionaire. Wake up a millionaire. So this is the 1111 elevation training millionaire mindset, because everything in life is mind over matter. Everything from your health to your wealth to your spiritual development. So stay tuned. I'm coming from you from Joshua 1 and 11, right? Joshua 1 and 11. Let me get off this live stream. Again, my daughter's going to be coming to the door saying, Mama, let's go. She's joining me on the yacht cruise, you all. I'm so excited to expose her to different things and a different energy network of people. Um, Joshua 1:11 says, prepare your provisions for within 3 days. Now, I want you all to multiply 3 times 11. I want you all to multiply 3 times 11, and that's where you get 33. That's where you get the age that the Bible recorded that the Christos, the Christ, died. This is 33 degrees is the temperature, right? That ice is now transmuted or transformed. That's the word I want to use, into water. It's liquidated. 33 degrees. This is where you get the 33-degree masonry. If you can understand 3 times 11, you can 3S your life. If you can understand 33 degrees and being the highest form of version of yourself, if you can understand Bob Proctor, again, the godfather of personal development and think and grow rich, right? If you have not read that, this is going to be a 90-day mental millionaire mindset challenge to bring out the millionaire in you. And in fact, everyone that is in the cryptocurrency program with me, right? But let me finish reading Joshua 1:11. It said, prepare your provisions, right? For within 3 days you are to pass over Jordan to go in and take the possession of the land. A lot of 11:11 scriptures talking about taking possession and also prosperity, right? We know Deuteronomy 1 and 11. Deuteronomy 1 and 11 says, may the Lord thy God, the God of our ancestors, bless you and increase you what 1,000 times more. Is asking for not only the blessing on your life, but the increasing of your life. And that's financially, spiritually, and mentally, right? Again, that program is going to be a 90-day program. It starts with your mindset, because whatever your bank account is reflecting right now, it is a direct reflection of your mindset. Whatever your bank account balance is reflecting right now, it is a direct reflection of your mindset. Whether it's subconsciously been ingrained through your parents, that money doesn't grow on trees, that you always got to work for money, not knowing how to make your money work for you, believing that there's scarcity in the universe. Whatever your bank account number is a direct reflection of your mindset today. Deuteronomy 11:11 says, but the land, again, we got land again. You are crossing the Jordan to take possession of this land of mountains and valleys that drinks rain from heaven. You all do know there's also a cryptocurrency that's backed by water, drinking water. It's called drip. So Deuteronomy 11:11 is also about possession of land and entering into heaven, right? Elevate you. So those who join in with me, if you're already in the crypto investment, this is just some of my passive crypto. We have DCM coming out, which is the data center mining. This is where you can mine Bitcoin, right? But in a very eco-friendly way, where you're not the number one problem or issue with Bitcoin mining right now. It consumes a lot of the earth's electrical. electricity. And so this company, right, has found a way that you can mine Bitcoin, and it's very economic friendly through natural gas, because usually what happens with natural gas is when crude oil is found, there's natural gas as well. And oftentimes the natural gas just gets disposed of if it's not usable or needed. And so the natural gas that usually would just get disposed of or, um, you know, just burn away, not used. Now, Bitcoin mining is going to be supported by a very eco-friendly way with natural gas, not using man-made electricity, but God's energy. And this means that you can start accumulating Bitcoin by purchasing the software that does the digital mining. Also, you have gold, physical gold. Gold is God's money and government's money. That's why federal banks everywhere across the globe, across the world, has started accumulating gold. Fiat money is fake money, paper money that should just be converted into real world assets. We also have cryptocurrency supported by commercial real estate called blocks. Today is May 1st. The Biden administration has made big changes to the home ownership qualifications. So, with people that have low credit scores and low income, is more profitable now and easier for them to purchase homes, right? And people that have high credit and high income, it punishes them with higher interest rates and financing and larger down payments. So you want to get into the digital real estate world. If you learn how to be rich in the metaverse, you're going to be rich in this universe. Let me say that again. If you learn to be rich in the metaverse, you're going to be rich in the universe. Grow. This is another one. High yielding agriculture. I talked to you all about. Supported by cocoa beans, soybeans, um, rice, also hemp. I said earlier about medical marijuana and hemp now, because a lot of people are addicted to prescription medicine, and prescription medicine is treating the issues but causing other side effects. So when you combine natural healing, God's way, God's herbs of healing with your prescription meds, you can live a holistic, in my opinion, healthy lifestyle, right? Ronnie says, I wish my parents had taken on the interest in teaching about entrepreneurship and finances. My dad had his own business, but never took the time to coach or teach. I think your dad taught by example, though, right? I think he taught by example. If he had his own business, at least he gave you the blueprint. He gave you the blueprint, right? I believe if people have a big belief system without a blueprint, it's just BS. Oh, I believe I'm gonna be rich. I believe that the wealth of the wicked is transferred to the righteous. I believe that um, my father owned cattle on 1,000 hills, but you don't own any. You don't own any agriculture. You don't own any real estate. You don't own any gold. You don't own any silver. You don't own any of God's wealth. You just have a belief system, but you're not implementing a blueprint. So, with that being said, for those people that want to get in, if you're already in the business with me, you can get into that Living the Legacy by Bob Proctor. Again, the Godfather of Personal Development program, Wednesday. For those who get in with me, I'm going to have a special 11/11 uh, millionaire in you, because in the Bible, the book of Revelation says you were born rich. In fact, let me see exactly what it says. You were born rich. You say, I know your poverty, but you were born rich. Everybody has a millionaire in them. No reason, right, to suffer financially. You were born rich. I think that's Revelation 2:9. Yeah, 2:9, because that equals 11. You were born rich. Bob Proctor also says you were born rich. That's a biblical concept. So we got to get that millionaire in you out. So when you join, you'll get the Millionaire in You t-shirt by me. That's Wednesday. It's going to be released, a 90-day personal develop mindset program so your millions can be revealed and come out no matter what you're doing in life, right? So you won't be insecure and make the wrong decisions once you hit that millionaire status. So look for looking forward to you all coming aboard. It's again 90-day living a legacy by Proctor Think and Go Rich program. $1,100. Some of you all have never invested in yourself. You never invested in your mindset. Everything in life is mind over matter. You invested in Louis Vuitton. You might have invested in Versace. I have. That's what I got on. You invested in Gucci. You invested in a trip, a vacation that you may could not afford, right? But you never invested in you or your mindset. You invested in a charity. You invest in the church. You give your tithes there. But when are you going to tithe to yourself? In fact, Malachi chapter 3, God told the children of Israel to sow into their own soil first. He gave them that land. Say, I'm giving you this land as your inheritance. And all I want you to do is take 10% to give to the priest so that it could be meat in my house and storehouse. The other 90% is yours. He told them to sow into their own soil first, not another man's soil. How many of you all exercise that tithing principle to sow into your own soil to improve your mindset? Some of you all have 5 and 6 network marketing things that you're trying to do because you think it's the business, you think it's the products. No, it's your mindset. You got to learn how to focus on one thing at one time and become successful, and then add other things to your repertoire. Then add other things to your life, right? Focus on the success part, and then that can add anything to you in multiples thereafter. But the core of what you got to focus on is your spirituality and your mindset. Beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prosper. Your soul is your mind, your will, and emotions. I see you Wednesday. I'll upload some video for you on our yacht that I'm about to get on. You all have a great Monday. Hope you are enjoying your Monday so far. Subscribe to the channel. Crypto Queen out.